What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of My Team Career Mode. Today we are here at this Imola Grand Prix, and today there is gonna be no rain, so it is absolutely dry track for the sprint race, qualifying, and the weekend race also. And since we are at the bottom of the R&D chart, so we have to improve quite a lot. And for that we need some practice, and based on those practice, we are gonna get some points to upgrade our car. So right now we are just adjusting our setup so that we can get some nice straight line speed and also get that cornering ability in the first sector. So let us see what we can do here as we are on a flying lap on our Q1 session. So obviously this lap has to be great so that we can gain some track position in the sprint race. So we had a little bit of twitch at this ultimate corner as we also go into the gravel a bit. So understeer is just kicking us in this lap, and let us see what we can achieve, and it is P22. So it is a disappointing qualifying session for us as we finish in P22 while our teammate is above us. So we have a lot of work to do, and let us see what we can do in this sprint race as we are also doing some R&D upgrades and which is necessary to improve our car. So here it is 5 red lights, and away we go for the start of the sprint race here at this Imola. So you can see we are just controlling our car, otherwise it is going for some counter steer. Obviously our car is still at the bottom of the R&D chart, so there is a lot of things which can be improved, and we are hopeful that this grind will pay off in the upcoming seasons. As you can see here, it is a traffic jam as three cars are going side by side at this turn 1 and turn 2, and we just gain a position from the Aston Martin of Guan Yu Zhou. And right now our teammate is fighting with the Latifi, and we just send one absolute send at this Tifosi corner, or some corner, yeah. And we also made a tank slapper. So a tank slapper at this Tifosi corner is not something which is desirable at the first lap itself, but it is what it is. And right now we are just going through this section, and it is an understeery section as well as it is oversteery at the exit of it, as we just send one at this right left chicane to Schwartzman, who just leaves enough of space, and we make the move stick. So right now we have Oscar Piastri in front of us, and we almost crashed into the gearbox of Oscar Piastri, and we somehow managed to just control our car, otherwise it would have been a DNF, or rather a wing change at the first lap itself. And you can see here at the start finish straight, Schwartzman just overtakes us because obviously his Alfa Romeo is powered by the Ferrari engine, which is just a rocket. So it is going to be a difficult race to overtake this Alfa Romeos, as obviously it is their home Grand Prix, so they will be high spirited to gain some great track position for the feature race in the upcoming races. So now you can see Lance Stroll, the Aston Martin guy powered by the Mercedes engine, is also overtaking us, and he just parks the apex. I mean, that is some clever move from the Lance Stroll guy, as he just parks the Aston Martin car at the apex, which does not enable us to overtake him. So yeah, it is hard racing here at Imola, and we also get some yellow flags. So let's see what happened here. I think this is Albon, yeah. So Albon just does another Spinella. I mean, here at this home track of Ferrari, Albon does a Spinella. I mean, what can we say? He also did a Spinella in the Netherlands Grand Prix in the season 1. So yeah, reminiscent of that. And now Dragovic overtakes us at this turn 1, and we let him overtake because I think he has some pace, because he was showing some great pace at this qualifying session. So we let him overtake, and let us see whether he can gain some more track position or not. And talking about track position, Nicholas Latifi, the guy, the legend, is just going around the outside. I mean, in our season mode he is quite a competitive guy, and I don't know why the people troll him in the real life, but in our season he is just one rocket in a straight line, and also he has some good driving skills. I'm not kidding, really, he has some good driving skills. As you can see, he was just trying to make a move, but he also left some enough of space so that we can get the move done and not cause a collision. So GG's to Latifi. As right now Guan Yu Zhou has some mechanical issues, so he was parking the bus, and you can see here Latifi again just goes for a move. So he is quite a spirited guy, and Albon is coming to his defense as he just makes my way unclear, because obviously Albon just parked the car right at the apex, so we couldn't get past or try to get closer to Latifi's car. So you can see here Albon is playing the 200 IQ game by supporting his teammate. So GG's to the Williams guys. And here at this Tifosi turn, you can see we were getting some oversteer moment, so it is not quite a race which we want to remember. As talking about remembrance, you can see here Dragovic gets this DNF. I mean, in the lap 10 itself, Dragovic is out of this session, so it is a disappointing race for the Brazilian guy, as obviously he tried to gain some great position. As you can see here, Albon is just going for a move. he tried to go down the inside, but we just cover off the apex, and we just give him the same treatment which he gave us when we were trying to overtake or rather defend our position from Latifi. So it is hard racing, guys. It is hard racing here at the Imola, and this is what we are here for. We play every weekend to get some hard racing done for you guys, and you can see here Carlos Sainz gets the driver of the day. Obviously, it is Tifosi's home ground, and obviously they will be giving for some Ferrari guy to get the driver of the day. As you can see here, it was quite a difficult race for us as we went from P20 to P19. And now for this trial strategy, I'm going to do something different because it is some B plan. So the B plan is we'll go from soft to mediums, and I'm thinking of doing 2 soft stints and then go for the medium stint. I think it may work or it may not work, but only time will tell. As Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, and Sergio Perez are in the top 3 position, and Oscar Piastri and Robert Schwartzman, what can I say? They're just brilliant drivers for the Alfa Romeo team. And we are at P17, and Carlos Sainz gets a grid penalty, so he starts from P21, and our teammate is in P22. And it is 5 red lights, and away we go for the start of this Imola feature race. And we get a tentative start because obviously our car was not in a position to gain some much needed traction because our tires are still very cold, guys. So with these cold tires, we are trying to gain as much position as we can, as we are just colliding with the likes of Gasly. So obviously Albon also gives us some bit of hard racing because he just pushed us wide around this turn 1 with his tires. So it is not quite evident as to why he did that. Maybe he was salty from the feature race where we did some wonderful overtake over him. So let us see what Albon has in store for us at this Imola Grand Prix, as we almost had a tank slapper at this Tifosi corner. I mean, we just got attached with the likes of Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin, and we got a tank slapper. So not quite I was looking forward to at the start of this Grand Prix, but it is what it is, as we also get some understeer. So luckily we did not get any damage, otherwise it would have been a carnage at the starting of this Imola Grand Prix itself. And at the start finish straight, you can see we were just trying to go down the inside of Lance Stroll, but we thought better of it because I was thinking if we get some damage, what will happen? Either we are going to get into the pits or we are going to get salty and cause another collision with Lance Stroll. So obviously that is not the thing, as we are having some tank slappers here at this Aqua Minerale. So I think there is more aqua in there. So that is what is causing tank slappers to us in this dry tires. Anyways, now going to this start finish straight, you can see AlphaTauri's Gasly is just overtaking us. And obviously AlphaTauri is a rocket because it is powered with the Red Bull engine, and we are not a competitor to AlphaTauri. And also Sainz, who is starting from the P21, he's on a rampage. He's just going through the field like anything, and also gives us some friendly nudge on the way to the turn 1. So GG's to Ferrari, and obviously we cannot compete with them because they are the constructors winners at the end of season 1. So they're having some great technological acumen. And talking about technology, you can see here Guan Yu Zhou gets a DNF. I mean, in the Chinese Grand Prix he was DNF'd. In the sprint race at Imola, he got some mechanical issues, and now in the feature race he got another DNF. So difficult weekend. So a difficult weekend it is for the young Aston Martin guy can do in the upcoming weekends. So right now at the end of lap 9, I'm thinking of boxing to a set of medium tires. Yes, you heard it right. We are trying to go as long as we can in this medium tires, and hopefully it will do the trick, as we are undercutting some of the other guys and also looking forward to make this undercut count. So at the end of lap 14, you can see a couple of guys in the pits, and obviously Magnussen and Albon are in the pits, and we cannot compete with the likes of Magnussen because his Haas engine is too powerful and his car is also very much up in the R&D chart. So our direct competitors are the Williams and the Aston Martins. So Latifi and Stroll are pitting at the beginning of the lap 16, and we are also just using whatever ERS we have so that we can get as many track positions as we can. And obviously we undercut Latifi, and we are trying to gain as much as we can to the likes of Lance Stroll, who is our direct competitor. And now it is the time, guys. This is the time where we have to do quali laps after quali laps. At the same time, we must also consider that our tire is also degrading fast, because our tires are approaching the 20 laps mark. I mean, it is doable, but still it is the risk you may get of the puncture territory by doing medium tires for 20 laps here at the Imola Grand Prix. And as you can see here, we are just going lap after lap, and we are also doing qualifying laps, because if we slow down, the Williams of Latifi can easily overtake us, because obviously he is having the fresher set of hard tires, and also his car is also very upgraded compared to us. So we cannot take any chance, and we have to send it, absolute send it here at the Imola Grand Prix. And we are trying to gain as much time as we can from the likes of Latifi, and obviously we cannot catch Stroll because he has gone. Stroll is just going away like crazy, and he is a champion material as Lewis Hamilton is crowned the champion of the Imola Grand Prix, and Charles Leclerc gets P2 and George Russell gets P3. So GG race for the Mercedes guys, and obviously they are quite a competition to the likes of Ferrari and Red Bull in this season 2 of my team career mode. And here you can see at the lap 32 we are at the puncture territory. I mean anytime the tires of our car can go into puncture, as it is 73% and 77% in the front tires. So we are treading carefully, and our tires are just like skating on ice because there is no grip at all. There was no feedback on my controller, but we somehow managed to cross the line and also defend from the likes of Latifi, as Carlos Sainz gets the driver of the day again. So the Tifosi crowd are really up for it to support the Ferrari guys, as Fernando Alonso is P7, Carlos Sainz goes from P21 to P8. So GG's for this wonderful drive, and the Tifosi crowd just loved it from the Spaniard of Ferrari. And you can see here we finished in P17 and Felipe Dragovic is B20. Charles Leclerc takes the lead of this drivers championship from Carlos Sainz and Verstappen, and Ferrari are leading the championship by quite a decent margin from the likes of Mercedes and Red Bull. So Mercedes are really pumping up the game. So let us see who comes second and third in this season 2 of my team career mode, as we are approaching some season break. So also we have some time to grant down time or maintain focus of a department event, so we give him some time to focus, so otherwise our team may get burned out. So we are doing some activities and R&D upgrades, and we are hopeful that at least after the season break we can at least improve our car to a certain extent, as it will be the Azerbaijan Grand, which is a challenge because of the narrow circuit, and obviously the high speed straights and the castle section is quite a thing in this F1 game, and playing with the controller it is quite a challenge. So I'm looking forward to it in the next race tomorrow, and do subscribe this channel for daily F1 22 content, and I will meet you again in the next video. Till then, peace.